in the previous lessons, we learned how to draw a box, we learned how to draw tubes, and we learned how to draw a cone. In this lesson, we are going to use combinations of that to draw new shapes. So create a new solid fill layer, make it a grayish blue color, invert the mask, and let's create random objects. So let's start off with a cube like that. So that's our box, one box. Let's duplicate that. Make sure that you've got the mask selected. Control A to make the whole selection. Press delete. Now we can use this cube side to draw the circle base. So let's draw that. Again, divide it up until you've got that. Thirds, 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 and let's finish the oval. Okay, so that's our box. Box 1 and cancel. Circle 1. Control D to deselect everything, and we should be able to use these shapes to create more stuff. So let's Control T them. Control T, I'm going to make them one box smaller. Something like, well, let's leave it like that. Okay. So select the box layer. While holding Alt, you can drag a new box from that. Let's pull it down like that. Let's use the circle tool, duplicate that as well. Control T to flip it horizontal, like so. Put it there. And then we want another, this time we want a circle that goes horizontal. So let's duplicate that, Control A to delete everything, and then brush. So this time we want the circle to go in here. Right. Let's Control D, V. Let's put it here. Okay, we want to select that one and put it up here because we want the tube to go from here into there, and then we can select that one and pull it down like so. Select that box, pull it to about there. Okay. Let's use that one and create a cone that's going to sit on top of this. Or below. Let's use below. Right. Group them all together, reduce the opacity, and let's create a new layer. Solid color. So we've got a few random shapes there. We're going to use that as a basis to create a randomly shaped object like this. Default. Okay. So let's make that darker. Bring it down and bring that forward. Right, so let's erase that brush. Let's bring it all the way down there. Bring it forward. Okay, now we want to create the illusion of a tube going this way. Right, then we've got this box here as well. Bring it in, bring it down, bring it down, like so. Okay, so the idea is just to have fun with shapes. Right, let's bring this tube forward. Let it go into this tube all the way down. And bring that tube in here. And all the way down. Let's finish that. Okay, we said we wanted a cone, so let's have it in there. And we can alter this a little bit, so let's erase that there. Bring it in like that, bring down, bring in, bring down, and bring it in. Bring it up to there. Yeah. Right, we can change this as well. Control E to erase. B for brush, bring it forward, bring it down, and then bring it up again. Right. Make sure that this is parallel to the red lines. That way. That way. Okay. Now remember, this tube should be in front of everything else, so we can erase everything in here. Let's see what it looks like. It works. We can also create the illusion of transparency by just drawing these lines faintly in. So something like that. Just have a faint lines like this. Right. So just creating the illusion of transparency. Having too much fun. Okay, so there you go. So have fun just drawing shapes and don't worry about perfection. Just get the practice in of using your isometric grid and drawing shapes, random shapes into your drawing, but using your basic shapes. So we're going to use the basic shapes that I've shown earlier. So let's quickly draw in the basic shapes. So you want to use the box shape like that one. We want to draw the circle, so you've got your circles going this way. And you've got your circles going this way. and using the same circle you can draw cones. So this way. So that's the basics of drawing. If you can use these shapes, you can draw anything. And then just to touch on spheres or balls, using the the round elliptic tool, balls will always be perfectly round, no matter what perspective you have. So for that, you can always use the elliptical tool. But because we've done most of this drawing by hand, we want to make sure that we do the same for our sphere. So place your circle precisely where you want it, and we're going to create the illusion that it's standing on this part of the cube. Use your eraser tool, make the opacity, let's make it 40%. So turn it to 40%, and everything in the circle needs to be erased to about 40%, so that it creates the illusion of transparency. I'm just putting it down another 20%. Right, brush, and now we can use that circle to get a perfect ball shape in here. Just erasing parts of that. And I'm just going to create the illusion that this could be a shell. Not a solid sphere, but almost like a bubble. Right, and that's it. Hope to see you in the next lesson.